Merry meet guys, and welcome back to my channel. Um, I wanted to record a couple videos tonight while I have some free time and I'm feeling up to it. I think, sorry I'm pulling you closer, I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit busy for me. This is Monday night, I'm recording. These videos that I'm doing now won't be up until Wednesday morning. Um, and uh, so yeah. Um, Tonight I wanted to do 2 episodes of The Book Witch, the first one being this one. Um, in this episode, I wanted to talk about a book entitled Develop Your Psychic Skills by Enid Hoffman. Um, I bought this at Books A Million, I believe, or Barnes & Noble. I know I didn't buy this online. I paid full price for it. It's $12.99. Um, and Enid Hoffman she's the author. It's a fantastic book if you're interested in psychic development and tuning in to your psychic abilities, whether it be the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairalience, which is clear smelling, clairgustance, which is clear tasting. Um, that's the 6, yeah. Or if you want to work on psychometry, which is a type of psychic ability that hones in on the hands, picking up objects or touching people or pictures and getting flashes and feelings and colors and images or hearing things, or work with and develop psychokinesis. There's a couple techniques in here that I've tried and they do work. The cool thing is that it lists abilities. Um, this is not a big, well, I guess you could say it's a beginner's guide to different all psychic abilities. Um, and when I say all psychic abilities, there are probably abilities that she did not touch on in here, but it starts off, first, hold on. Let's get the system down first, hold on. It's a small book with altogether 179. It's about 185 pages. So 185 pages in this. On the front, you can see that it has all the different, like it's overlayered with the different abilities. It's kind of a cool typography effect on the front of it. It's a really good paperback book. It's very durable. I've used this a lot, and it doesn't seem that the spine is cracked, but you can see where I've opened and closed it. I have a bookmark back here, I believe. Yeah, I did a class, and it's bookmarked back here to how to meet your spirit guides. It has some really good and very simple, and when I say simple, it doesn't mean it's dumbed down. Simple techniques and simple exercises to enhance your psychic abilities or to bring forth the psychic abilities that you have inside of you. Enid Hoffman states in here that she believes very strongly that everyone is born with all of the psychic abilities that are listed in this book. It is just through practice, diligence, and patience that of working with and honing these abilities or skills are we able to make progress and have something shown. She says that if it doesn't happen the first time, don't get frustrated. It may not happen until the 10th time, but keep trying it. Especially with the psychokinesis and things that are not really of the norm. Levitating an object, that's one of the things of psychokinesis. Um, Levitation, that's in here. She said if it doesn't work on the first couple times, don't give up, keep trying. Um, and when you build up that type of energy and that type of practice, you open that section, you kind of open yourself up to those abilities. That's kind of like when you work with cards or when you work with runes or scrying or any type of divination system or healing for that matter. If it doesn't work for you the first time, That doesn't mean it's not right for you. It's just something you have to practice at. And that's what psychic abilities are all about. Their psychic abilities is another muscle or an ability you have to hone. Um, Almost like, I'll give you another example. I played the clarinet in high school. Um, and by the end of high school, senior year, I was first chair. Me and my friend battled for first and second chair, and I was first chair clarinet. But I didn't start out that way. I started out from the beginning, like basic beginner, didn't really know much about it, and I ended up that way through practice, through, playing different things that, the band director gave me or gave us as a group, learning to work with others, which is a big part of psychic abilities, is not just working with yourself, but tuning into others, and gaining impressions. When you gain impressions off someone else, you're building up your abilities, whether it be visual impressions, audio impressions, feelings, colors, things like that. But back to the book. I wanted to go over some of the exercises that she has. In the first chapter is how to develop your psychic skills, and she has some really good and very simple, um, almost kind of like meditations. The first one is focusing your attention. So you need to focus and be able to keep your focus. So that's the basis of meditation. The next one is relaxation, breathing and breath control, and then affirmations. Positive affirmations do help one grow spiritually. It has been tested by many other spiritual practitioners, including myself, that positive affirmations do um, help one grow in their abilities or grow in health or in feeling secure, feeling less depressed, or whatnot. Um, and she talks about altered states of consciousness. She talks about dreaming and out of body experiences. She talks a little bit on astral travel, I believe. Um, Hold on, I may have lied. Okay, no, she does not. She does not. She talks about out of body experiences, but she does not talk about astral traveling per se. The next one is trance hypnosis. She's talking about altered states of consciousness. Um, this is under chapter 4. So, chapter 1 was how to develop my psychic skills. Chapter 2 is we all have psychic skills, um, and how to kind of break down what you've been told over the years of growing. Number 3 is getting ready, which I told you was the focusing attention, relaxation, breathing, and affirmations. Those were her steps to get ready, those different exercises. Number 4 is altered states of consciousness. After trance and hypnosis, there's meditation and contemplation, giving your awareness to your body, so being aware of what's going on inside of you and outside of you. Using sound to alter consciousness, like drum beats, bells, Gregorian chants, rattles, more shamanistic techniques. Expanding awareness of the foreground and background, so going I do this a lot in crowds. Selective hearing is picking up on someone who's talking. You may be part of a conversation, you're listening to that, and then you zone out to talking to someone far away, someone who's in a conversation far away. You try to zone in and listen to what they're saying and pick up on it. That in and of itself is a gift. And exercise, and then there's an exercise in that chapter to awaken your psychic centers. Um, then she talks about the aura, and then she goes into training your perceptive skills. And under perceptive skills, she um, starts off with telepathy, telepathic receiving, just telepathic receiving at the moment. And then, so this is all perception, so what you perceive. So telepathic perceiving, receiving, sensing people and things, so sensing a person, sensing a hidden object, sensing playing cards, Zener cards, which are the five clairvoyant cards that you see like in psychic tests. They have the star, the waves, the square, circle, star, waves, square, circle, and triangle. Or they have the five different colors, which I believe are red, green, yellow, blue, and black. I believe black's the other color. I don't think it's orange. I think black's the color. I have a deck. I just don't know where it's at the moment. I think it's in my bag, but I'm not going to get up and get it. Then she talks into psychometry, different techniques. All these have like 4 or 5 different techniques, very simple techniques on how you can, you know, work with it and gain control. Then she talks about working with a pendulum, um, very simple way. And then she talks about automatic writing, which is something I really want to get into. Um, then she talks about also with automatic writing, automatic art, which is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Then she talks a little bit about the Ouija board, table tipping, dowsing, psychic perception, and the occult arts, the I Ching, scrying, precognition, one-to-one readings. So she talks about doing a psychic reading, you one-on-one with someone else, and gives you a exercise on how to ground and center yourself and open yourself up to channels and how to ethically go about a one-on-one reading. Then chapter 7, that was chapter 6. Chapter 7 is training your projective skills. So as a psychic, we have perceptive and projective. So this one is, the beginning is telepathic sending telepathic thought. The next one is healing. So energetic healing is very projective. Psychokinesis, of course, projective. You're projecting your energy out to move something. Psychic photography. That's really cool. It's almost like aura photography, but it's more Polaroid. Which I don't have a Polaroid camera. If I did, I'd be out doing all this shit because that'd be a lot of fun. The next chapter is beliefs in your psychic development, and this one talks about reprogramming your mind to not really forget, but to bring back those repressed feelings you had when you were a child, when you were more psychically open than you are now, when you have gone through so much programming growing up. Not all of us grew up in a pagan household or spiritual household. I didn't. I grew up in a Christian household. My mom and dad were very spiritual people, and they still are. And they're very accepting, which is very cool. But that's another topic. But reprogramming your mind to say that it's okay. It's okay to have these gifts. It's okay. It's not a curse. It's a blessing. It's God's blessing, if you want to look at it that way, or it's the goddess's blessing, or however you want to look at it. The next chapter is entitled Out of Time. This goes over past life recall, and then programming the future. So where you can go in and set intentions for the future, which I have not done. I should, but I don't. The next chapter is Psychic Mediums and Guides. It talks about meeting with other psychics and mediums, and what it means, kind of like to have a backup reader if you're a tarot reader, a backup psychic if you're having a problem. It doesn't really talk about mediumistic abilities, like how to be a medium. It doesn't talk anything about that. It explains what a medium is and explains how other psychics can help you if you're going in a psychic. And then it talks about your guides and how to meet your guides. And a lot of these exercises, which I love about this book, they have exercises that are for solo, so you by yourself, or you can work with a group, which I love because a teaching aspect in psychic development, I teach a lot of psychic development. So this is my go-to book when I want group exercises because they're super simple and people don't get lost. They're able to come back. Like I said, I have the bookmark here is the Meet Your Guides one. I had, unfortunately, the people I was with, it was just a weird day, but I had 3 people in my class. It was a very, very small class that day. And we did the Meet Your Guides exercise. One actually saw theirs and they talked. They had a conversation. The other 2, it seemed like they were blocked. They had some healing to go through before they could meet. Just yet they weren't, what their guides told them, they weren't ready to be met yet. Which is understandable. Guides won't show themselves unless they feel that you are ready to know them, or to be known of them. The next one is Psychic Skills at Work. So I thought this chapter was really cool, how you can practice your psychic abilities at work. And since I work in a retail environment, I work at a smoke shop. For those who don't know already, who are new to my channel, which welcome guys. I work at a smoke shop, so it's interesting, and sometimes not interesting at all, not a good thing at all, to perceive um, what my customers could be going through. We have a lot of people that come in, and we sell an item called Kratom, which helps with chronic pain and getting off of opioids, one of the two. Um, Narcotics, I guess you could say, painkillers, and trying something natural. Kratom is something worth researching if you're interested in that. I don't try it because I tried it once and it fucked up my stomach, so I have a stomach ailment, so I never wanted to try it again. I never tried it again. I don't have any interest in it. But having the people come in, and on the days that I'm not extremely tired, or I just did a card reading, or I'm open for some reason, which happens sometimes randomly. My chakras just open because my guides are near me, and they open them up for a reason, and usually the reason is to help the customers that come in. And I do love that about my job, that my customers are, and I apologize for the screen glare, but I love that about my job, that my customers are very open-minded um, to certain things, especially when it comes to spiritual practices and spiritual abilities and things like that. They're very open-minded, and usually when my chakras, my guides open up my chakras, or open up my sense of perception, the next customer that comes in is probably going to um, tell me their life story, and there's something in it that I needed to help them with, and I'm very thankful to have that opportunity. Um, but that's just random. Sorry, I lost track. But back to the book. So, chapter 12 is psychic development. So, although this whole book is psychic development, but this one particularly talks about different techniques you can use to protect yourself or to enhance your abilities. Like the first exercise is breathing in color, which is good for clearing your chakras and working with your chakras, or breathing in a color shield, breathing out negativity, breathing in positivity. The next one is your aura shield, which I just said. The next exercise is boundless energy. So that's basically you're grounding yourself, and you're centering yourself, and you're bringing in the stream from the cosmos and the earth and have it cycle through your body. So you're not using your own energy when you do psychic readings, or psychic testing. I apologize. I just shaved and I itch. The next one is energy cloud, which is kind of like sending an energy bubble, or an energy, like an energy ball to an extent. The next one is psychic flexibility, to be flexible in your psychic abilities. That one goes with to be able not to. It helped me not to get stuck in a reading. When you see something, when you do intuitive readings, tarot readings, or psychic one-on-one readings, when you do intuitive readings, sometimes things that you see or experience can shock you out of it. And the exercise psychic flexibility has really helped me to kind of see that and not be affected by it, because I know that it's not happening to me because I have my shield up. But it's not happening to me, and I'm able to work around it and tell whoever I'm with, or doing a reading for, I'll be able to tell them in detail what's going on without being emotionally tied, or emotionally like kicked on the gut by whatever I'm seeing or sensing. The next one is the last exercise in this is self-healing, and it's all of those exercises except for the aura shield can be either group or solo. So if you are interested in psychic abilities and developing your psychic skills, whatever they may be, and I do believe that anything in the world of magic and of the mind is possible. Those of you who can write me off, that's fine. I'm a little cuckoo in the head anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. But I do believe that psychokinesis is possible. I do believe that bilocation is possible, being in two places at one time. full manifestation, astral projection, um, levitation, pyrokinesis to an extent. I've seen some really amazing and crazy things, especially in my high school years, in my first couple years of being down here in Charleston. Things have died down a lot. That's mostly because I put my spirituality on hold. I still practice, but I don't practice as much as I did when I was in high school. Um, but yeah, so if you are interested in developing your psychic skills, this is one of the books I recommend, one of many I recommend. My other book, which book is going to be another book that I recommend as well, so stay tuned for that. Um, and if you guys have any questions, I'm going to put the Amazon link for this book below in the description box. But if you guys have any questions or any type of books you want me to talk about, please put it down in the description box below. I'm more than happy to see what I have in my library um, and review it if I've read it. If not, I'll read it and then review it later on. But I'll make a video to let you guys know. Um, so until next time, many blessings, and I will see you again in the next video. Many blessings, guys.